Okay, so this is a video of me talking about my moveset idea for an admin stand in A Bizarre Day on ROBLOX. So, as it will say up here, heavily based off the world and variants of it. So I want, now they don't have to do this, but I want the stand to look like, the world and be a variant of it. And I want this to be an admin stand. Basically, it's not obtainable by the average player. If you're an admin, you can do whatever command or whatever you have to do in order to get access to an admin stand. I'm assuming how admins work is that they type in a command and then it resets and gives them the stand, but I'm not sure. But I want it to be better than the highest PvP tier obtainable stands, like better damage, but lower than a mid-level admin stand. So I want to be a lower admin stand, or higher. I mean, it depends on what they want to do, to be honest. Its passive will be, if anything else does a time stop, it'll be able to move in their time stop for the first 3 to 4 seconds. You can't control when you can move in their time stop. You just can. So basically, if something, now stuff that only has time stops that are like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 1 second or 4 seconds, anything that's lower than its time stop movement, basically time stop won't affect them at all. Now, for, Star Platinum of the Worlds, it'll be able to move for most of the time stop, but then for like 1 second, it won't be able to move. And then for Over Heavens, it will be able to move for the first 3 to 4 seconds, and then not be able to move for the rest. You get the point. A click with your standout does a punch that does good damage. I put 10 through 15. All these numbers and stuff can be changed to whatever fits, needs to be nerfed or whatever, or buffed. And E plus hold will be a punch/kick barrage. So since this is going to be a variant based off of the world, it's going to be able to do kicks and punches. Basically the same system for everything, every other in the world. Each hit will do 5 to 6 damage, and it's a lot of hits at once. So that'll do, a nice good bit of damage. It'll have a cooldown of 3 seconds. A heavy punch is a punch that'll do 40 to 50 damage. And it's, the charge up punch, heavy punch. I'll cooldown of 6 seconds. And I put this in just to make it a bit cooler and different from everything else. This doesn't need to be part of it, but will stun an enemy for 1.5 seconds, which will allow you to do something like start a barrage on them, which will do more damage. So, for combos and stuff. A triple knife throw. So I'm not completely sure how Made in Heaven's knife throw works, but it'll throw 3 knives, so it'll throw 1 knife, then 2, then second knife, and the third knife, and it'll go, and each knife will do 4 to 6 damage. And since it's a ranged attack, you could do it from far away. And then Y, now the Y, and then Y plus B is straight from the Over Heavens. The Y will punch a person, healing 40 to 60 HP, cooldown of 45 to 30 seconds, and then Y plus B is the same thing, but instead of the person in front of you, it's yourself, where your stand will turn around and it'll punch you, healing you for 40 to 60 HP, cooldown of 25 to 30 seconds. A time stop will last for 10 to 15 seconds, and will have a cooldown of 55 seconds to 1 minute and 20 seconds. I don't know, they can do whatever with that. H with not in time stop. Now this is important. H not in time stop. well, H and in and out of time stop. Just H by itself does a lightning punch, or it'll be similar to the Worlds Over Heavens, where the World Over Heavens time lightning punches, to where your cursor is, it'll do a lightning strike. It'll do 90 to 130 damage, and it'll be like an area, so anything in the area of the lightning strike will be damage. I have a cooldown of 40 to 55 seconds. Now, in time stop, if you do this non-time stop, it won't work. It won't do anything. You'll probably just do lightning punch. But H plus F after already pressing F for time stop, or H plus any button. I just chose F because it's a time stop related thing. But it could be H plus, or V plus H, or V plus F, whatever. Basically, it's going to be a time stop boost, and this boost will only be able to be used in time stop. Once time stop ends, the boost ends, and if you do it right at the beginning of time stop, it'll last to the very end. But if you do it in like the middle of time stop, it'll last to the very end. And you can either do it to where you press up 2 buttons at the same time and it makes a time stop boost, or just make it to where when you do time stop, the time stop boost is already, like, it's already started. You can do whatever with that. But now I need to change that. It will boost all attacks damage by 1.5 times or 2 times the amount of the original damage. So if it was 2 times, then for the click, instead of 10 to 15, it'd be 20 to 30. Or for the barrage, it would be, instead of 5 to 6, it would be 10 to 12 for each punch. It will also increase your attack speed by 1.5 times, basically making it to where your attacks go faster, and it will reduce all cooldowns by 50%, meaning you'll be able to do attacks faster, because the attacks will end faster and do more damage, and then the cooldowns are lower, so you can keep doing it. Then all cooldowns reduced besides time stop. Once time stop ends and the boost ends, the time stop cooldown is still 55 seconds to 1 minute 20 seconds, because that would just be overpowered if it also affected time stop. Your roll, so the roll and stand jump for this stand is like most stands, stand jump, then you can land on a building, or a roll rolls you forward. But in this time stop boost, pressing C will like instantly teleport you forward, similar to King Crimson's V move, to where it'll teleport you forward. And then Z in the time stop boost will teleport you upward a certain amount, almost instantly. It's basically meaning while in your time stop and you have time stop boost activated, you'll be able to get yourself out of situations, or just be able to move easier by pressing Z and just C repeatedly to just go up, and then just keep going forward, basically only going down a little bit each time, since cooldowns are reduced. So it's almost instant, and it's really good for traveling around. Now, in order to make this an admin stand, they might have to make it to where the C and Z thing that's affected in time stop boost, maybe they can make that to where even in not time stop boost, that's how it works. They can change anything with this. This is just like a concept. And then down here it says this is just a moveset. So there's no model, there's no pose music, there's not a name. It's just a concept for a moveset. It can be changed for balancing purposes, either if it's too weak or too strong. I highly doubt it's too strong. I made this kind of weak on purpose so it could be changed for balancing purposes. And I came up with this in like an hour. So it's obviously, like I just said, it's not going to be the best. It's more like a rough draft. Also, this is going to be the moveset for like an admin of the world variant. Now I know there was a lot of admin the world variants, but that's just because the world is cool. So, it's just an idea. Not really anything else than that. So, yeah, that about concludes the moveset.